Yo, everybody, we're here to talk about Hustle, a
Not
movie.
the Jennifer Lopez stripper movie.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that movie.
It's a great
I've heard
movie.
it's good,
It's
actually.
a really good movie.
No, the movie with Adam Sandler where he strips.
The new movie.
No, yeah.
Netflix.
I'm not going to lie. I love Adam Sandler in a serious role,
Yeah.
but
You still love him in this role too.
when I saw that this was coming out, I had a feeling it was going to be like cornball-y and weird and forced. Did end up being that way.
I love what Adam Sandler's doing, by the way.
I've been
Living the
Uncut
dream.
Gems and this.
Yeah.
I love
He's
him
getting
not
more
doing
into the
those-
dramatic.
more
Jobs.
consistently. I mean, we still have Spanglish, which I'm not a huge fan of, but he acts solid in that
Hey,
movie.
that
Let's talk about Punch
shoe
Drunk
one.
Love.
Oh, don't get me started, dude.
Punch Drunk Love is a famous one. When I
The
first saw it,
bathroom scene.
because all I saw from Sandler was comedy, like goofy
Yeah.
shit. And when I watched Punch Drunk Love when I was a kid, I was like, this is the worst.
Dude,
and
I hated it when I first watched it.
And then I rewatched it. I'm like, this is one of Sandler's best movies. Yeah.
Easily.
Sandler is, this is not an understatement. Sandler is one of the best actors I've ever seen of all time of being uncomfortable on camera.
Oh.
Now,
Yeah.
if we're talking this movie, I'm not even going to say that's what he does in this movie. See it for yourself. I don't know if we're doing spoilers earlier. There's not really any spoilers to give. But
It's been out for 2 weeks.
Hustle, man. Hustle. You hustling to see this movie? I hope so.
Dude,
Because
I was really hyped to see this movie because
Really?
because
See,
I
I was
love.
not expecting that.
I thought it
I
was going to suck.
I was expecting me and Brandon to be hyped, and you all.
Well,
I thought it was going to be
Not as much.
average.
it's an Adam Sandler drama, so that hooks me right there. But B, it is a sports movie, and I do
Yeah.
love sports movies. And I don't watch sports, but
That's
I love
weird.
sports
That's why,
movies.
Yeah.
And
You sure Tom Brady?
and
the
it's
Bucs?
basketball and Adam Sandler, and
Which he
he's like
can
really,
really ball.
good at basketball. So it's like, okay, I'm ready to rock and roll with this. I really enjoyed the vibes of this fucking movie. Like I did,
Same.
and there was scenes where it was like, fuck, like you feel bad for him, and then his is it Latifah? Is that
Queen
his
Latifah?
Yeah,
wife?
it's Queen
Or-
Latifah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I love
Cleo
their little
from Set It
chemistry that
Off.
they have.
Yeah.
Set It Off is so good.
Dude, I was shocked. Dude, as soon as that was what turned me off. I was like, okay, Sandler, and it's maybe gonna be serious. Queen Latifah's gonna be his wife. Dude, I've been turned off her for so long. This is gonna be
I don't
goofy
like
as
her.
shit.
In this movie,
No, just in general.
Oh.
I don't
Yeah,
like.
man,
I liked her in The Holiday. This
I'm not a big fan. Cleo though, she is the shit as
Yeah,
Cleo,
100%.
and Set It Off. And she's been fine who she is, but she's way past her prime. And I always make jokes about her as like the equalizer. I'm like, who's tuning into that?
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. But
I haven't even watched it, so
But
I
I
can't
like
really
their
comment.
chemistry.
But
They did
this
have good
movie.
chemistry.
but she did it in this movie. I'm not saying she was like phenomenal, but she was not distracting. She was like, I couldn't pick anybody else to be like his lover. Like, if you want to be his lover,
Adam
Yeah,
Sandler,
Latifah.
he was amazing, obviously,
Yes.
but also Ben Foster
oh
was
my
amazing
God.
as a bad guy, as an
how
asset.
about
Yeah.
I
Robert
hated-
Duvall?
Dude, I hated
He's
him.
just in one set, but like I didn't even know Robert Duvall was in this. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure I did, but I forgot about
He
it
was
by the
the
time I
dad.
watched it.
yeah.
But Robert Duvall being
the
in it, and he
beginning.
had a very impactful moment that he related to Bo Cruz, Juan Herman Gomez, Juan Cho. I never knew Juan Herman Gomez' full name was Juan Cho. Herman Gomez.
Did you know he could act?
No, dude, I didn't know any of these
Who is he?
motherfuckers.
Dude,
can
He's
act.
uh,
a real life
really?
basketball
Is he?
NBA player.
The
Yeah.
guy
Oh, he plays
that-
for the NBA for real?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's on the Jazz, I think.
Jazz, yeah.
Yeah,
He's been hitting
on the
threes
Jazz.
for him. And what's crazy is even though he's hitting threes for the Jazz, he's not known as like some sharpshooter. He's a
No.
power forward that's like a
6'9".
rebounder, grit it up kind of guy. He don't, you don't see him with the dribbles and the
The
threes.
stretch forward.
Even the shot blocking, that's not even him. He's hustle and he's boards.
Bro, that
He's
first
a
basketball
he's a
match
trash.
Yeah, at the park, bro.
Like, not
Where he's in
trash.
the
He's
where
boots.
you're
trash can.
introduced to him.
At
He's
the
in his
park.
work boots,
Blew
construction
me
boots.
away, dude.
It was
Blew me
great.
out. Dude, I was watching. Me and Jamie were watching it, and it was like late at night too. So like I was gonna put it on and just go to sleep to it.
You kind of
And Yeah, that basketball match happened, and then when he was like taunting him, dude, I got so hype. I immediately came out of like tiredness and was like, "Yo, this is."
You
gonna
wanted
be
to go
great.
play some ball.
This is why you
Yeah.
need to
Hype
watch
scenes.
NBA. I don't know what you're doing because you don't see that.
I mean,
but
I
you
do
know,
sometimes.
You know what's going on the entire time.
Don't tell him to do that because his favorite team's gonna win the championship. Like year one of being his favorite team.
No, I've always been a fan of the Buccaneers.
He's like, I've always loved the Sixers.
I've got a banner.
We're talking about basketball, dude.
Because I lived in Florida when I was a child.
We know. We're talking about basketball though.
The Dolphins, yeah, one of the greatest NBA teams.
But
But
close.
But yeah, speaking of like the basketball, when they did the whole like the bow challenge or whatever, where if you hit the rim, they paid you $50.
Oh, yeah.
You made a buck, it'll give you $100. If you beat him, give
I love
1,000. And
that.
like the whole like they used the
It was
social
so-
media platform or whatever to get his exposure.
Yeah, because that's
I love
Dr.
that
J. Dude, it was, but the way they did it, the grittiness and the street ball feel, it felt so believable. Like you were in it with them. And want to know the dumbest part about this movie? I'm a good basketball player, but I'm far and away from like an NBA basketball player. But you felt
I
like
don't know,
in a-
Brandon. You're being a little too hard on yourself.
Okay, well, let them know. No, you'll see when we do our four
yeah.
on
We gotta do that.
21 game of 21.
I'm gonna destroy y'all.
See, no, but there, whoever wins, who gives a fuck. Point is there is an element here of just like you feel like everybody's been there, like when they were a kid, like before they knew any better, where they were just like, what if like some talent scout just sees it? I'll do like, it's like
Yeah.
like not even like. You don't actually believe that, but like in your subconscious, not your actual conscious, because you're not sitting going to every corner, like, I'm gonna do it. But like you imagine, like, what if somebody confronted you, just like, man, you were that fucking good, and not even just that, you don't have to go to the league. Somebody believed in you as much as Adam Sandler believed in Bo Cruz.
Yeah.
There was something in this that where you didn't have to be a basketball player or a fan of basketball like Rodney. You can enjoy it for the emotion that's there. But
Go
there's an emotion there where it does feel like you're just like, I played basketball all my life, where there is some weird relatability there. And that is the key word, relatability, even if it doesn't make sense. But you, as somebody who not just plays basketball here and there, like, oh yeah, you all want to do that, but like somebody that just suits up every day, it feels like during summertime, and that was all you cared about.
Yeah.
You have an emotional vulnerability to this movie, I think. At least I felt that.
No,
I'm assuming y'all two did too.
I
don't
used to
think
shoot hoops
necessarily
in my
Rodney,
neighborhood in
even
my
though he
driveway.
plays sometimes.
I used to shoot hoops in my driveway, and every time a car drive by, I'd shoot a jumper, like hoping they'd be like, "Whoa, get him in the
They'd
league."
stop.
Yeah, like we're
Record you.
Yeah, you were
Just making,
partly
like,
joking.
a free throw or something. No, I was like, please, like, and I never really.
It was like
you know,
pulling up in the hood with the best rap music. It's like, yeah, I belong.
this movie, I didn't really care about the basketball player. I was rooting for Adam Sandler. I wanted the
Yeah.
basketball player to do good by Adam Sandler.
See,
Because
I
I
love
felt
Bo
for
Cruz
Sandler the
too.
whole time because he got the assistant coach job for the Sixers. Like, fucking, he did it. And then Ben Foster, you know, his dad dies. He takes over the team.
So good.
He puts him back out on the road. He's like, I haven't been at home for my daughter's birthday in 9 years. He's like, we need you back out there. You're indispensable.
And he was just
I'm not
hyping it
asking.
up to his daughter too. He was letting her
Yeah.
know, like, I'll be good. I'm good this
Yeah.
time. And then
It was
boom.
heartbreaking. And like Sandler like kills it. And it was like drama. Fucking,
Yeah.
he's so good, man. He's like Kevin Hart in that what Father.
Fatherhood.
Yeah,
Dude,
like,
so
he just
good.
unlocks another piece of potential we didn't know Sandler had.
See, for me, that didn't happen. I'd seen enough Sandler to know he was gonna murder it. If I'd have known it was a straight up drama movie, which I thought it would be like a mix and it would be silly.
I knew this was gonna be straight. drama.
I knew though, like Sandler is gonna do that. He's done it enough times where I know that. Hart confused me when Hart laid it on the line, especially like when spoiler alert, Fatherhood people.
The
Bah, bah, bah,
beginning.
bah, 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 bah,
The
bah, bah.
hospital scene.
Yeah.
When he breaks down, like, don't tell me my wife's dead, man. Like, that shit broke me down, and I was like, that's one of the best scenes I've seen in a long time emotionally. Sandler shook me up, dude, for sure. But I'd seen him. And I think that's about the only thing this movie's missing. Like, I mean, it got me in my emotions a lot, but I was waiting for that last, like, oh my God, sad moment that would have pushed it a little bit further for me. But it's still damn good. All the training scenes were so raw and gritty and felt like you were on the court with them, like you were waiting for your next
him
turn.
running up that hill. I felt that every
Running
time.
up
He had
that
to run
hill.
Up that fucking hill.
Running up that
Yeah,
road. No, I will say one thing that, like, this is the definition of somebody that's nitpicking. But
I got something too.
there was a moments when they were all playing, like when it was like Anthony Edwards and fucking what was his name, Kermit something in the movie,
Yeah.
and Bo Cruz, Herman Gomez character.
Are you talking about the first match?
Every match.
With Ben. Oh, okay.
It was so just like it was them every time. Like it was like I gotta shoot, then you gotta shoot, and it never felt like it skipped ahead in the game.
Yeah.
It never
was the
felt like it was
first
good in the
5
game.
minutes of the game.
It was literally like I took 8 straight shots, and then you took 8 straight. It was just kind of like this
That
is
is
kind of
true.
fake as fuck. Like if everybody's gonna be like, okay, you go, and they were just all flowing. It's like I'm gonna get every block, I'm gonna get every shot, I'm gonna get every steal, I'm gonna get every dunk, I'm gonna get every 3. It was kind of fake-ish.
I didn't like how he just kept. I understand getting mad. Like I would have gotten mad too, but like you're about to change your life, man. You're about to make
contract.
millions. You're about to live the dream, and you're fucking getting mad at some guy who's trying to get in your
Oh.
head, who wants the same thing as you.
But you're not Bo Cruz, and I completely understand where he came from.
Yeah, I
'Cause
mean,
you're a
his
gentle-
backstory.
You're a gentle giant.
That
I'm
is
not
true.
saying you can't be tempted to some degree, but Bo Cruz is on edge because of the neighborhood and life he lived in.
Had
And
to hustle.
he is losing it, and he's found a way to contain it. But Anthony Edwards, not even just Kermit, not even like just in what he does, like him as an actor, Anthony
killed it.
Edwards murdered it.
He killed it.
There was people that even
was
said,
surprised.
yeah, even people said that shit. There was somebody that said just like Anthony Edwards. I saw this like in a fucking article that Anthony Edwards did shit that like normal seasoned actors take a few times to do. Now he only had a few not roles,
He didn't have a lot
moments,
of lines, but
but like when he like is like, hey, do this. He was just boom.
His
it was
lines
do-
were impactful.
it was done. Yeah, but it wasn't like, okay, let me say this again. He did it, and it was like, I don't think we need anything else. Like, he's that natural. And maybe that's what he does on the basketball court, and he just played himself. But he fucking wrecked
I
it.
seen in interviews he's going to quit the NBA and become an
Become an
actor.
actor. Hey, Herman Gomez was good, too. Like, he's a pretty good basketball player. But, man, he can maybe do some with acting. But fucking Anthony Edwards waving to his daughter. He's like, oh, I think she liked me.
Dude, fuck that. That
Little
would,
things he does.
understand
Oh
that.
my god! And then how about when Herman Gomez, Bo Cruz jumped on Anthony Edwards? Brian Enright, dude, was there.
oh yeah,
looking onward.
I forgot he was in this.
Yes, Brian, dude, got some runtime here, dude.
I forgot
From
about that.
Hideout fame, we had him on the podcast, dude. I'm really happy for him, man. I'm sure y'all are too. It's
Yeah,
really
that was
cool to
dope.
see him,
Something-
even for a second, just being like, "What the fuck?" Are
We
they
talked to
doing?"
that guy.
Yeah, like I love this dude. No, but he's became a good friend of the show, and it's great to see him. You know, doing something like that.
Yeah,
It's
something-
not that he hadn't before,
something
but
cringy
big
that
movie
happened
like
a couple
this.
times. I don't know if you all picked up on it how
Probably.
I did, but it was the way Adam Sandler's daughter like flirted with Bo Cruz. Did you all pick up on that? Because every time she like talked to him and the way she looked
100%.
at him I was like, are they about to fuck? Like, what is going?
Yeah, it
I
was
did not
weird.
enjoy that at all. 'Cause
I-
I felt like she was super underage.
Yeah,
And that yeah, made me
I
cringe.
guess I didn't notice that.
No, I noticed
Where they
the
were like
fuck out
sitting
of
at
that.
the dinner table and like the
It was
way she's
before
looking
that.
at like almost every time they were together.
It was before
she
that.
was giving like
No.
fuck me vibes.
There
and
was
I
a
didn't- I don't know if
moment.
that was intentional.
I
I
think
think
it
it
was.
was intentional.
It was intentional to make
should've-
Adam Sandler kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think
I
is
didn't
what it
like it.
was. Just like he was already uncomfortable with like hugging his daughter. Like, I don't get the side hug. He's like, I've known y'all for years. Like, dude, this movie had some funny moments too. It wasn't
did.
everywhere. One of the dude, I don't know why, but it made me crack up laughing when he was doing the voiceover text and doing it to Bo
Oh,
Cruz.
yeah, on the bus.
Yeah, what'd he say? He's just like a
I've
guy.
never seen
In my
anyone
dreams.
like
Yeah, a
you.
guy like you is like a dream or some shit like that. And then like I was like, okay, that's funny.
It's like, what
And then like out of nowhere, like the way he stormed off, and he's like, and he looked over, he's like, what did that sound sexual? There's something about the way he says like that sound weird or something. I think that's what he said. Is like that sound weird or something. That scene made me laugh so hard. It was something about like the instantaneous. I'm like, that sounds weird, but normally a scene ends. But like that sounds weird, and as soon as like the D part of the weird echoed in my head, he said that sound weird or something. It made me fucking die laughing. It's the timing. A lot of times that is what it is in comedy. But that part had me rolling for some reason. But there was all kinds of parts. I
There's
mean,
some funny.
Bo's over there eating one part of a sandwich.
Oh yeah,
He's
five.
he's like
subs.
Pringles. He's like, they're still fucking $7. Whatever he says.
Marjanovic scene at the beginning.
Oh,
where
yeah.
He was like, "You're under 22 years old, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." Or whatever. And his son comes in. And he's like, "How old is he?"
10.
20.
He said 10.
10.
So we would have
That
had
was
him at
funny.
12.
12. And then Marjanovic comes back later and like hits
Okay,
a
what
shot
about it then?
and like
Yeah.
looks over at Adam Sandler.
Like, see?
He's like, "I told you."
Yeah, like what up, man? They had so many great NBA players in this movie.
Before we
Which
get to
only
the
added to
scores,
it, man.
the ending, unbelievable. I loved how Adam Sandler got his job back as a because I love the Ben Foster, the bad guy, his sister. I loved her because she was sweet and she was like the brain. She really knew what was going on. She knew basketball
She's the
more
one
than
should have been running it from
Yeah.
the jump.
From the jump.
It's almost like Jeannie
So,
Buss on the
I
Lakers.
loved, I loved Sandler getting his assistant coaching job back, and then you knew what's his name?
Bo Cruz.
You knew Bo Cruz was in the NBA, so you assume he's on the Sixers. His
Sixers.
first
Wow.
game, his first game, he goes out there, and his daughter's like, "I'm watching." He's like, "Well, now we really got to win," like. He goes out there, and Bo's on the other team, playing for the Celtics, and I love the little conversation they have together before the game. He's like, "Don't let anyone know I'm rooting for you. Like, go out there and have a great
He
game."
even calls him
Which-
his son.
So
Yeah.
adding on to that, what I loved is Adam Sandler went back to the huddle and talked to Tobias Harris, who Bo Cruz played on the street court or whatever, and he told Tobias Harris like if he goes left, he's doing this. If he goes right, he's doing this. I just love the whole
Yeah.
coaching aspect
Yeah.
of that. Like, yeah, I'm rooting for you, Bo, but like
This,
I still want to win. I'm gonna
This is my team.
This
like I
is
coached
my
him. This is
squad.
how. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that aspect of it.
This-
Ready for scores?
fucking good, dude.
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm just such a big fan of Sandler doing these non-comedic type movies.
Preach.
He's just amazing, and he's just such an amazing actor, and pulling off what he does with his, like Brandon said, being uncomfortable it's very entertaining. This movie
your mom.
is a good movie. I'm giving it a solid 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it. It wasn't super special or super crazy to me. It was a solid movie carried by Adam Sandler to me. But yeah, a 7. I will watch this movie again. I will get it when it comes to DVD, if it ever comes to DVD. Who knows? But yeah, I got Marriage Story. Yeah,
Give me that.
I don't think
So
I don't
yeah,
see.
this is a movie I went into with pretty high expectations, and I
I
figured me and Brandon would
know.
like this the most.
Expectations.
Just guessing because of our love for basketball the most. and this movie delivered for me. Even during the slow moments to the movie, it still kept me glued to the screen because I was like, who's the next NBA player or coach or somebody that they're going to show? So it kept me entertained the whole movie. Adam Sandler, like we've all been saying, absolutely killed it. I don't like Queen Latifah, but I think she did a great job, and their chemistry
I agree.
was great. Yeah, I love this movie. I can give it an 8.6.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Yeah. Adam Sandler in a drama, I love it. The story itself is like, it's what's the word? Motivating, I guess, or influential, inspirational.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a very inspirational story. I don't watch basketball like you all do, so I didn't get the whole like real life players being in certain scenes.
Every time they
and-
showed a real play, I was like, "That's this
See,
person."
yeah, and I didn't have
And
that.
something else even further than that, there was a lot of street ballers in this movie that I didn't recognize, but when looking it
Professional,
up,
though?
yeah, like
Really?
professional street ballers that I didn't really realize. So
Yeah,
that's
the
another
professor,
layer.
for one.
I knew him, but that's another layer that if you're even more into it, like,
Oh yeah.
go ahead. Sorry.
But
Like Juan Herman Gomez.
Can I say something?
yes, yeah.
There's so many people that didn't even know. They're like, I didn't know Juan Herman. I'm like, you don't know who Juan Herman Gomez is? And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. You don't watch NBA like that. You just catch headlines.
This movie, it was basically Sandler trying to find his dream job. He wanted to be an assistant. He wanted to coach. Is what he told Leon, his buddy. And Leon's like, come over to the like this side of it. And he's like, I want to coach, man. And then whenever he has to run in with Ben Foster and he quits, he's like, he says something on the plane. He's like, 50-year-olds don't have dreams; they have nightmares and something else. And it was just Adam
That's what he says,
Sandler
yeah.
risking everything on this Bo kid.
And
I
Bo,
loved it.
he had the emotion of just like, you said I was gonna get all this, and you're bullshit.
They were
The
both
moment.
like just trusting each other,
yes,
hoping it would work. Just two guys like, let's see what happens, and hopefully.
Mhm.
All right, go ahead, Ronnie.
Finish it,
Sorry.
yeah.
But
What do you think his score is gonna be? Like I asked, I wish I would have said this
I
at
said
the beginning,
8-2.
but I'm always curious about this. type of thing.
8-2.
8.
I'm gonna go 7.8. No, I'm gonna go 8.3.
okay. So I love Ben Foster. Ben
I am
Foster is one of my favorite actors. He also is the
Same.
top 3 most underrated,
Underrated.
actor
Underrated.
ever. Like
Easily.
it sucks how underrated he really is. Kills it in this role per usual.
Yeah,
But
man,
he gets
hate
the
him.
roles. He just doesn't get the love.
It's always
So at
secondary
least we get
though.
that.
You don't ever get the lead roles.
Mhm.
But yeah, overall, this movie just like it was kind of a I stayed glued to it. You know, I really enjoyed the cinematography, especially during like the basketball like
so
games
good.
and the matches and shit like that.
Like
I
POV.
thought- I feel like
you as a
I've been
defender.
done like that before, so
Yeah.
it was really intriguing.
Mhm.
But yeah, the emotions, everything
Authentic.
in this movie really did work for me. So y'all were lowballing a little bit on my score, but I'm right there with Josh on this. I'm about an 8.5, 8.6.
Nice.
I'll stay with 8.5 since he said. But dude, it's just I wanted it to be higher too, but I think the nostalgia factor for you guys that you had with knowing who these players are, I feel like if I knew
If you would've
that,
I
knew
knew
the players,
some
you'd have
of
been
them.
in a 9.
score, yeah, probably.
I knew like most of them. I didn't know like.
I
all
said
of
it
them.
earlier in the review. I think my score would be higher if there was that last like emotional punch. Like I don't know why I was
If
waiting.
Bo dies at the end.
Yeah, like maybe not Bo dying, but like I was waiting for like I did get a bit of that, like when they met, you know, at center court and had their moment. But I thought there was gonna be one last like, oh
LeBron.
damn, like damn.
Game on the line. Bo's got the ball. Tobias guarding.
Who
him.
knows what it was, but I thought there was gonna be one moment. I like as much as I got. There was like at least 4 moments where I was like, damn, I'm kind of feeling this more than I expected. But I thought there was gonna be one moment near the end that I was gonna be like on the brink of tears, and that never came. Whatever
your
the
score,
moment
though,
it
Brandon?
is. What do y'all think score is gonna be?
Brandon's at a 7-8.
I'll say 7-8's a good pick.
I think
I'll
he's
go
right.
8 too.
I say he's right there with me and Josh. 8.5, 8.7, somewhere in there.
8-7. 8-7 is
Just
my
had to
score.
beat ya.
I
Just had to
fucking, dude, I love
changing
this
my-
movie.
8-8.
I no, that had been my score because I was sitting there with two other movies I gave at 8-7. I was like, where do I put this? And I was like, I was maneuvering it around.
Well, like Ronnie said,
I've
you don't
had
even have
this.
to be a huge basketball fan to enjoy
You
this.
don't.
Yeah,
You
that's true.
Like,
do
it's just it's a good
not.
movie, even if you don't know any of the NBA players
That
or basketball
is-
players.
If you're hearing this now and you don't care about spoilers and didn't get spoiled enough, know that going in and you fucking care about this shit to the extent of like, oh, I want to see an Adam Sandler movie or like, oh, let's just watch this on Netflix. You do not have to be a basketball fan. This
At
will
all.
grip you because of the story and just
Yeah.
everyday life feel.
Well, plus they get grade A actors. You know, Ben Foster, Adam Sandler, even like you were saying, fuck is his name? The beginning of the movie, the dad.
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall in there. Just
Well,
that
yeah.
alone.
And then added the people who aren't actors. They all
Yeah,
killed it.
basketball players acting.
Like Kenny Smith, we didn't bring him up. I thought he
Yeah.
killed his role as
I thought he was fine.
Leon Rich.
Yeah,
or what-
so
I mean,
looked
don't
it
get me
up.
wrong. He did. I'm not saying he wasn't good, but like compared to the other actors, like he was fine. Like he was, he felt like a basketball player that did good. Fucking Juan Herman Gomez and fucking Anthony Edwards felt like actual actors.
See, that's what I was about to say. Is when y'all were talking about that, I had to look up who you. I thought you were talking about
He was the main
guy
villain.
Anthony Edwards,
Yes,
but
he
then
killed it.
when I saw it, I was like, when I watched the movie, I didn't know he was a professional basketball. I thought he was just an actor.
guy,
He's one of
yeah.
the like rising stars.
He
like
got
young
It's
guys.
only
practice
like a
and
year or
shit.
two for him.
Dude, he needs to.
Oh, and something
do
else
both.
we haven't hit on that I loved was like when the credits were going, they were showing like highlights of
Oh, yeah.
the players. They would say starring Anthony
That
Edwards and his
cram,
dunk.
I'm
and they
glad
were
they
showing,
chose that dunk.
they
You
were
go,
showing different people's highlights. I loved that they added that.
Yeah, Anthony
in there.
Edwards, I think, is only in year 2.
Dude,
He's
I'm going to change mine
rising
to a
the star.
7.1 just because
he
Anthony
play for?
Edwards went
The
to
Timberwolves.
Kentucky in the movie.
You need
Did
to
you
watch
just use them?
Anthony
Did you
Edwards.
just play them?
No,
Alright, we done?
it's a
Yeah.
Wrapping it
fantasy
up.
draft,
We
dude.
love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Watch Hustle, even if you're not a basketball
Absolutely.
fan, dude. Do it now.